Yeah, I love it. And so one thing, you've obviously done hundreds, over 1,000 real estate transactions, which I'm excited to kind of dive in and pick your brain about. But I know that you also started on Wall Street, and
Yeah.
so that's not a general path on where people start. So how did you go from the Wall Street world into the real estate world?
Yeah, look, I didn't come from money, right? My parents are immigrants, mother's from Dominican Republic, father's from Ethiopia. And I grew up in New York City, in the Lower East Side, and eventually to Jersey. And they instilled hard work ethic. So I went, did well in school, then ended up getting a scholarship to college, and then worked on Wall Street because I thought that was the only path to becoming financially free and being wealthy. All right. I went to Georgetown University and had a full scholarship. And everyone talked about being on Wall Street, being in consulting, getting into accounting, one of the big firms, and that was how you're going to make it rich and and have all this money and have the best lifestyle. Well, I did it. I worked at one of the top Wall Street firms, but it was not the best lifestyle. Right? It was one of the worst lifestyles you could probably imagine. As a matter of fact, I remember looking at my managing director who had been there 20 years plus, and him sometimes having to cancel events with his kids because he had to travel for a client meeting. And I said, I'm not sure that's how I want to live the next 20 years of my life, right? I'm a big believer that you work to live, not live to work, right? And then something happened. I wanted to get married. I'm actually married to my high school sweetheart, and so been together since high school, since junior year. And I wanted to get married, and I told my boss 3 months ahead, hey, I'm going to take off a few weeks because I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna have a honeymoon. I have people coming in from all over the country, even internationally, right? And he said, yeah, yeah, no problem. When it came time to it, he literally asked me, do you think you can reschedule your wedding? We're really busy right now. And
Wa-
yeah, so I took a step
Wow.
back and I said, whoa, really? Are you serious?
Yeah.
You have the audacity to ask that question?
Yeah,
And
because those are easy to reschedule.
yeah, we had 200 people coming in, and
That's
so
crazy.
my response to him was, I think this is going to be my last day. I apologize. I can't give you notice, but I'm not going to be canceling my wedding. And I wish you the best of luck. I appreciate every opportunity you gave me. And it definitely opened doors being in that role for me in many conversations after that. But I quit cold turkey, not knowing what I was going to do next. And it took some time to figure out real estate.